Catarina, you do seem to be more of a natural optimist than a natural pessimist, but what is the state of play for Sanitation and Water for All, the partnership right now?
Look, the state of play, yes, I am an optimist. And why am I an optimist? I'm an optimist because I've seen problems, but I've seen solutions. I've seen lots of solutions. I've seen, with my own eyes, places, cities, states, countries, where, because there is political will, because there is this determination and this vision that yes, we can, yes, it is possible, yes, it is within reach, from heads of state, from heads of government, things dramatically change. I'm not saying that it's easy, so possible, so within reach. So I always say when people tell me, yes, this vision of getting water and sanitation to everyone by 2030, it's not realistic. Well, it's not realistic if you don't want to play your part, if you are not ready to give that step. I think it's realistic. I think it is totally possible. And what we are doing from our side at SWA, I talked about the spark. We are creating this spark in order to make sure that there is, because if we talk with politicians and with people, just with the boring and the grey numbers, which in my opinion are super powerful, we don't get there. We need to make people feel passionate about water, sanitation and hygiene. The politicians need to understand this is a good investment. It will make my people happy. Oh, and maybe they will even re-elect me because they realize that their girls are not raped at night when they are going out of the village to hide behind a bush to defecate, because they see that their women can go to work and there is more income in the family, because they can see that their children and even they are not sick of diarrhea constantly. So because they will see that they will be able to drink water from the tap directly without having to spend huge amounts of water, of money in filters, in bottled water, etc., etc. So I think that this is an area with a huge potential. I think we just need to ignite. So at SWA, realizing all of these challenges, but also all of these opportunities, what we have decided is, in terms of political will, that we need to reach up. We need to reach up to heads of state, heads of government, heads of international organizations, CEOs of the biggest companies, universities, etc., parliamentarians, ministers, responsible for finance, for water, sanitation, health, you name them, education, climate. And then we need to reach out to other sectors, make sure that those working in other areas become the WASH champions. It's not us trying to convince them, it's them claiming also for water and sanitation, because they know that they cannot realize the right to health. It's impossible to achieve health for all if people still have diarrhea, if people are still suffering from other waterborne diseases. It's impossible to realize the right to education if girls cannot go to school because there are no sex-segregated toilets. So basically, we want to create this global movement in favor of water, sanitation and hygiene, not in detriment of the other development priorities, but rather to service also the other development priorities. They all go hand in hand, they are mutually reinforcing. We think that water and sanitation and hygiene are, however, pretty basic.